Hello and welcome everyone to the Inspectres right here on twitch.tv/gilding. Yay! We're here for another fun episode. Hope you enjoy it. Before we get to our lovely cast, gotta get some thank yous out of the way up front here. One, thank you for Gilding Light and Satine Phoenix for this space. We appreciate it each and every week. Thank you to D&D Beyond for the giveaway codes. We have a Candlekeep Mysteries book. Is that the full title?
Candlekeep Mysteries, yep.
Candlekeep Mysteries, okay, I thought it was, yeah. So, that contest will be in chat, so when you see it start, please enter the code word. And if you're selected, have your Twitch whispers on, and I'll get to you after the show. And for all our lovely music, we would like to say thank you to Sirenscape for the amazing atmosphere and music. You can add these sounds and more to your game when you download Sirenscape desktop or mobile app. The app is free and comes with 20 sound sets that are included to get you started. You don't even need to register. Go to Sirenscape.com to find out more. That's SYRINSCAPE.com. All right. Now, let's get going over to our lovely cast, starting with Crystal.
Hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. I am playing Sarissa Shiog, the Changeling Sorceress.
Lori?
Hey everybody, my name is Lori and I'm playing Molly O'Shaughnessy. She is a level 7, a human rogue.
Adam?
Hey everybody, I am Adam. I am playing Rox Boulder, who is a wizard cleric and a dwarf.
And Vera.
Hey, I'm Vera, and I play Kane Ekaros, the Drow Paladin.
And I'm DC. I will be your dungeon master for today. Yay! Does anyone want to do an on-the-spot recap that I didn't prepare you for at all?
How far back are we recapping?
We are recapping from the cave through the thing we did for the Bard show up to
my
present.
gosh.
Yep.
Gosh, all right. Well, last time, we were in the Shadowfell looking for the source of orbs that are appearing all over Waterdeep and messing up the timelines and trying to merge two realms into one. Fought a crazy shadow dragon, barely defeated it. We were just about to run away when all of a sudden we were back in Waterdeep and we ran into our old friend, Leland the Bard, who took us to this really exclusive show out in the middle of nowhere, which, what could go wrong? Only everything. Turned out to be like a mind flayer and a whole bunch of little intellect devourers, and we had to fight that. And we were super victorious in that regard. Super fun. But, I'm definitely asking for a refund on my ticket.
All right. Thank you for that. And so, inspectors, all of you, this includes Sarissa, who was away studying last time, but all of you are in a large chamber in Waterdeep. You are in a castle. There is a woman with very long silver hair. Her back is to you, possibly hiding tears as she holds a locket in her hand. And Laurel Silverhand, the open lord of Waterdeep, asks you, "So, tell me how you found my daughter." And we rewind back to the cave where things were exploding around you as you had just defeated the shadow dragon. So, how do you find Mora Silverhand? How do you get out of this cave?
I think first we need to run and grab our animal companions and then try and bolt to where we remember Mora being.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, I will scrape myself up off the cave floor and grab rocks and start to just book it out the cave entrance back towards the tiny hut where the animals were.
Okay, and
Kane's gonna keep Sarissa in front of them as they get them moving out the cave as well.
All right, as you're proceeding,
Sarissa's
go ahead for it.
Trying to get stuff off the dragon first.
Oh, yes.
Things are blowing up.
I don't.
We don't have time.
Morning glory is waiting for you.
But dragon parts.
Oh my god.
So she's going to take like 2 seconds and grab an eye, a tooth, and a claw, and that's it.
Okay, it'll take a little longer than 2 seconds, but, your party can wait patiently or encourage you to keep moving. Up to them, really. However,
You guys keep going. I'll stick with
you can
Sarissa.
accomplish
She'll
this.
move as fast as she can.
And as things are going around you, where you had the hairline cracks of light within the shadow, those are starting to burst through, and the shadow that was in this cave is crumbling down like eggshells, and when it hits the ground, like a cracked eggshell, and when it hits the ground, it vanishes.
Oh,
Cool.
no,
That's a new one.
go faster.
I was not expecting that. Oh,
No, I don't want to be here when all that falls.
And it just keeps crumbling and going. And you go to the tiny hut, you put the animals in, which we made special because it was to protect animals. So, not at all how tiny hut works, but it was protect animals. So, we're doing that. It's the protect animal hut, and as long as you spend a spell slot for it, it will go up and protect animals. So, that's all that needs to be. Yay!
Mhm. Yeah,
I will mark off that spell slot.
it's
Spell card for the Protect Animals hut coming soon.
Rock, since it's your spell slot, you can even name the spell if you like.
ooh.
Nice.
I'll make the spell card. I'm not kidding.
Well, I kind of do like rock hut, but I don't know. Well, come back to me.
I like it.
Rox's animal box.
Ooh, yes.
All right. And, oh, by the way, before we go much further, there are bits you can give to the party. It's
Yes.
down, it'll cycle down below me eventually. So, yeah. If you care to donate, you can affect the game. And if someone, this isn't on the menu, off menu item. Ooh. So if someone donates, I believe it's 5,000 bits. Yes, if you donate 5,000 bits in one go, we'll have something extra special happen. Could be maybe a big, huge monster. Could be maybe a artifact item that messes with the party. One of those, your choice. So, if someone donates that much in one go, things will happen. All
Oh.
right.
Who greenlit this?
I did just now.
I
So-
did. Oh boy. Well,
Great.
Oh boy.
cool. Can't wait to see what happens.
And so, you collect your animals. And what do you do? Where do you go? You have multiple paths to take. You can head, which might be out, or back towards Moira, or
She thought she was going to be wiped out by doing this, but we didn't know that. So we did say we would try to check on her. But it's just the cave that was collapsing. It's not all of the Shadowfell, right?
right, the parts that are Shadowfell that had sort of merged with the prime material, it's coming apart in pieces. Your cave's still here, but you're feeling these shakes and everything as the two planes decouple from each other.
Rox will tap Molly on the shoulder, and like kind of tap himself as well, and cast Fly on both of them. He's like, "Can you check on Moira, and I'll, I guess, look for a way out of here."
Yeah, absolutely. And I will use
I don't remember which way we came from, so I'm just gonna go that way.
yeah.
Roxy, you start your journey
And-
down a cave. You go left, you go right. You can go down another alley and go right. You kind of loop back somehow to the party, and then you can go back down and take another turn if you want.
Hmm.
But roll me a survival check.
Oh, he's actually not bad at survival. Definitely jinx myself. Okay, that's a 4.
A 4.
Hmm.
Yeah, you keep looping back to the party. You swear at one point you turn right, but you keep turning left at the exact same point, and you keep coming back out near the party.
Yeah, we gotta.
Attacks rocks.
We have like a Blair Witch situation going on here, guys.
That's not good. That's bad. Let's
What does
let's
that
just
even
get them.
mean?
I don't know, but it doesn't sound good.
I'm gonna use my 180 feet now of movement to try to get out of the cave and head back the way we went. Left Mora.
Okay, so you do that. Give me a survival check.
Okie dokie. Incoming. Oh boy, +1 to that. All right. Come on, Molly. Wow. Okay. First roll of the night. Natural 20. 21.
All right. You find where you had left
Ooh.
Moira, where there was
Yay.
where there was once a wall of force. It is no longer.
Hmm.
And you see basically a large, definitely a person there, but it looks like just a large clump of hair as he's
Oof.
sort of bent over and down, and just
Hmm.
hair on the ground in front of this
Wow.
orb that has whoop onto the ground and is active
Hmm.
no more.
Well, I will go check her anyway and search for vitals.
Okay. You go up to
Dig-
her, and as you move the body, you
Hmm.
kind of got to unfold the body
Mhm.
to get it back. The skin on a lot of it is gray and cracking,
Hmm.
and there are burn marks here and there. And give me a medicine check.
Okay. Oh boy. Okay. Use a different die, but that's not as great. It's a total of 10.
Total of 10.
Yeah.
All right. You're not sure. There might be something there, or it might be a false positive.
Well, I have 3 potions of healing. So on the off chance she does have anything kicking, I will uncap one and try to gently pour it down her throat and see if there's any response.
All right. You pour it in, and you hear a small. You hear a small gasp.
Awesome.
He does not move,
Okay.
but she
Uh,
is breathing.
Okay. I will scoop her up in my arms and try to like gently fly back.
Okay. Yeah, just give me a quick strength check on that.
Okay. I'm not terrible at strength. 16?
16, that's good enough. Okay.
Okay. All right. This should have been probably Kane. I got you. I got you.
You seem to have balanced the weight right so that you're flying at
Yeah.
good speed back,
Yeah.
and just in time to see Rox reappear to the party for the 5th time.
Oh, Molly, you got her.
Yes. I think she may still be alive.
Here.
Okay.
And
Very, very gently.
Vera, as you touch, you can when she goes in your hand, you can even feel some of the skin crack just by the very pressure of your hand
Ooh.
going under it, and you see how dark and just gray and ashen it looks.
I have like 3 points left for lay on hands, and I'm just gonna
It,
right into her.
Oh, you can give me a medicine check before you do that if you want to
Oh,
save
dear.
those. So
I can do that. I know how to do medicine checks. Oh, I'm proficient in medicine checks. Cool. Not cool. That's a 4.
that's a 4. Yeah, healing hands usually works. Or lay on hands usually works.
Usually, so just try and put the 3 points of healing into her and pray.
Okay. It goes in. She breathes a little easier, but there's still no movement of the eyes don't open. There's no movement of the limbs or anything.
We need to get her to like a serious healer, like clerics, like lots of clerics, like the best clerics. We need. Oh gosh, and Benny. Whew. Hopefully, Benny dives through the cracks into the other realm. I'm guessing. How are we getting out of here?
Rock's fine.
Phenomenal.
Did you say? Did you say you needed a cleric?
Good thing I found you guys again.
I mean, yes, but like also, Rox, I think she needs like the best cleric known to man. And no offense, but you're kind of new at the whole cleric-y thing.
Well, I could give it a shot, but
Oh,
Give it a shot. What if the realm is falling apart around us? It's going to last another 30 seconds. Go for it.
Roxy, you can give me a medicine check before you attempt this.
Oh. Okay, let me see. It's not terrible. 13.
13. Okay. Good enough.
Better than 4.
Your Bocob kind of gives you some insight here, and somehow between wizard and cleric level, this works. She needs, if she's to survive, she needs some serious healing, and what you can do here will not be enough.
Yeah, you're right. We might need that the stronger cleric. Would gentle repose help at all?
Remind me what that does? I think I know, but
well, it says you touch a corpse or other remains, and for the duration, the target is protected from decay and can't become undead.
okay. Well, she's not a corpse right now.
Yeah.
But you know what? If you spend the spell slot, we'll let it happen, and she won't, fall apart on you on the way out.
Okay. Yeah, he will do that.
All right, let's get out of here.
could you, Kane, ride Morning Glory and carry her in your arms to like not jostle her?
I can do this, yes.
Would that be okay, Sarissa?
Yeah, I'll ride behind them.
Alrighty. Okay, up onto very large horse. Do not jostle patient.
All right. And for anyone new who wants to talk about your pets, Morning Glory and then the 2 mastiffs.
So Morning Glory is a... remind me, what's the name for them?
Morning Glory is a draft cross.
Yeah. And
She's a blue roan.
Yeah. That. She's gorgeous. She's a dusty blue with black around the hooves, a very black mane, and her first name is spelled, well, morning, as in M-O-U-R. So, yeah.
And who wants to describe
no.
your mastiffs? Oh no. Did we?
No.
Did we lose someone?
Looks like we lost Vera for a moment. All right. Well, let me.
I can hear and see.
Oh, hey,
Vera.
back. You see you.
Hey, welcome back.
It says I'm on air, I swear.
Welcome back. Yay. All right. Excellent. Okay. So who's describing the mastiffs?
Yeah, I can go with the
Okay.
mastiffs. I'd say like one's black mostly and one's brown mostly, and then the less mostly parts are like the opposite, so like brown and black. They're both brown and black, but one is mostly brown, one is mostly black. And their names are Wheat and Barley.
Excellent.
Okay.
All right. I love those names.
And we got them off a robe of useful things.
Yes.
Yes.
And so, now that you're reassembled with Moira, what do you do to get out of here?
Run. I mean,
Rerun.
yeah.
You run?
I'm gonna pray to Farlangan while we're running.
Yes,
Okay.
that.
For direction.
That.
That'd be nice.
Roll me a religion check.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. How much do I trust my online dice that have failed me every single turn this so far? Not very much, but we're gonna try it anyway.
All right, go for it.
Not terrible.
You know what? It wasn't single digits.
Okay.
It's a 13.
13. All right. Good enough. You get this insight that your compass rose is now pointing you out. Your god suddenly spins it, even though it usually always points true north. This time it's moving, and you get the little god insight that follow it, and you will get out of here.
Ooh.
Oh, we're just gonna have to hope that Benny can figure this out. Anyway, Compass Rose says go that way, so we go that way.
Yep. So you go that way, you follow it, and the ground continues to shake around you. You feel the tremors beneath your feet as it continues to crack. Even the ground is cracking, and just the shadow of it is falling as the light's going. Sometimes, as you're stepping, you seem to be phasing in and out as it's sort of like determining which plane you should be in as you're going. And everyone give me a survival check.
Oh no.
Okay.
With
Survival check.
advantage, because
Ooh,
you have
yay.
some guidance.
Thank you for letting in.
It's 13.
Wow.
It's another 13. It would have been 14, but I have a -1.
All right. Lori?
Oh, I did great. I rolled a 1 and a 2. So that's a total of 3.
Okay. Crystal.
Well, okay. So I rolled the 3, and then I rolled a 17
All right.
plus 5. So
Awesome.
yeah.
In which Sarissa is the only one that's survivable.
All right, Adam, what did you roll?
A 19, and then I have a question.
Okay.
Can wheat and barley roll as well?
You know what? Sure.
Okay.
Dogs are
Wow,
gonna.
they did not do great. Great. So Rox is going to be flying over barley, kind of like holding them.
Excellent. Well, through Sarissa and Rox, and they are noticing the compass directions a little more than Molly and Kane. They help you get out of the cave. Luckily, they both rolled really well. So you are out, and now you can see the sky around you. It looks like it's collapsing as the light returns what once was shadow, and just huge chunks of it are falling down, and once they hit the land, they just vanish.
That's interesting. That's a problem. Okay. Let's just do our best to get home.
I mean, from what
I
I
don't
can
think
tell,
we're fixing this.
actually, from what I can tell, it is being fixed. That's sort of the
True.
point.
It's a little scary though.
True. Well, it is the Shadowfell.
So,
Yeah.
where do you want to head? You want to head home? Do you want to head back towards the boat?
So not the
We
same
can't
direction.
leave. We can't leave Benny.
Yeah, we can't leave Benny.
We should probably find Benny.
We need Benny.
So Benny's going to be towards the boat.
Yep. Towards the boat.
All right.
Which is technically towards home.
Yeah.
Technically.
All right. Normally, you would have a long journey back, as you did take a teleporting shortcut into the cave. But somehow, Cain's connection to their god is helping you go a bit faster as the compass
That feeling when
rose
you're your god's
moves,
favorite.
and suddenly there are these little sort of tunnels that open in open space, and you sort of hop, like teleport hop, sort of like warp hopping, you know, like around.
Cool.
And
Sweet.
you make it back to where the boat is. And as the shadow is vanishing, the water is coming up around the boat and the people. And Benny is trying to shuffle all the people onto the boat as they were in the land so they don't get stuck in water, and helping those as the water is slowly returning to where the boat had just grounded in the sand because it was no longer there when it was the two realms combined. And you realize as you're getting closer, yeah, you're kind of in where the water is going to appear too.
Oh,
Let's get the horse into the
Uh-huh.
boat really quickly.
yeah, fast.
Rox, can you
Uh-huh.
make the horse fly?
I can tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Well,
Um,
this is gonna be a feat of
All right,
something then.
everyone make a survival check.
okay. Oh, no.
I got a nat 20 minus 1.
Nat 20s are always nat 20s. So.
Okay, yay!
I got an 18 plus 5.
All right, excellent. We're doing good. We're doing really good.
Here comes the 9.
Lori.
Yeah, I got a nat 1 for a total of 2.
All right. As Molly is running, this is an odd situation for Molly, but
Yeah.
mud is starting to form up around her as the water rising. Who's helping Molly out of this situation, and how are they doing it? Because it looks like Molly's about to be stuck and covered in water.
Rox will turn around and destroy the water and the mud around her. Hopefully that will turn it back into sand.
By doing what?
Casting Destroy Water.
Ooh.
Destroy water. Okay.
Level 2. Do I need to do level 2? I'll do level 1.
All right. So you have, Molly, a patch of sand around you. You just got to get your foot unstuck.
Mm-hmm.
So you can give me let's make this a athletics check, as it takes strength to.
Athletics. Okay.
I believe in you.
Or if you want to justify acrobatics, you can try what you do.
Let's see. I wonder if I could try to throw myself backwards, like in almost like a back handspring, just kick my feet up and then try to just flip myself backwards. So I'm just propelling my whole body back to try to loosen the foot.
Okay.
And just kind of backhand spring to my feet.
All right.
As it were. So I can use acrobatics, which is much better than athletics. Yep. Awesome. 15 plus 6, a total of 21.
All right, no problem. You do this. You are unstuck. However, you are needing to swim the rest of the way as the water has returned. But your foot is not stuck.
Awesome. I'm not drowning.
You're not drowning, exactly.
Don't worry, I will get there, probably.
As we all doggy paddle.
Yeah.
And Benny shepherds the rest of the people onto the boat. He gets them settled in, make sure everything's locked. He sees all of you and starts throwing lifelines down and whatever's needed to get you and the animals aboard. He's
Yay.
like, yep, here you go. Here you are. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, you're flying. Oh. Good. Okay.
It's so much easier when you could fly.
Hi, Benny.
Oh.
Hi, Benny.
That looks like a problem.
This is a problem.
I see. Living?
Yeah, I got nothing either.
Alive? Living?
Barely, but yes.
For the moment.
Captain's quarters.
You got it. Okay, off Kane goes.
All right. And as you describe all this, Laurel Silverhand,
Oh.
and your return on a boat, he turns back to you. Again, she was trying to maintain some decorum, being the open lord of Waterdeep, and didn't want to see the tears too much, but her eyes are still watering. I thought she was dead. I stopped looking, and it's been a century or more. Yeah, thank you. Don't know what her life will be now anymore, how much we can give her. He has a new chance. He did a very good thing. She did very evil things. She will perhaps be both reviled and seen a hero in public opinion for some time, depending on who's telling the story. But I can care for her as much as possible now. So thank you, Inspectors. Waterdeep owes you a debt of gratitude. And, so there is another matter we need to talk about. And, yes, before I get to that, also, good work on the whole Mind Flayer concert thing. Now we know why one of the most famous conductors wouldn't actually come into the city of Waterdeep, because their magics and things would probably have been detected upon them when they entered. So, people can not feel shunned anymore in the art critics circles. But you saved a lot of lives as well. However, there is a matter of the life you did take. Barnabas Blastwind is a decent man. And he's very, very smart. He figured out that someone was killed defenseless, tied in a chair. Now, they were awful, but they were not brought in for justice. They were not brought in under proper authorities, and this was outside the realm of your duties as a subgroup of the lawful order of mages and protectors.
If
Yes.
I may interject.
Mm-hmm.
The person in question, while the city was under siege, mind you, was threatening to disable Waterdeep and attack the trade routes. We had no choice in the time we had other than to take him out, because we tried to tie him up and negotiate, and he refused and threatened our lives. So we took rash, permanent decisions, but they were necessary. He would not have surrendered, and there was no
And
time.
those that followed him would have followed out his orders no matter what, unless somebody new was in charge. And the only way for somebody new to be in charge was, well, you know.
Yes, and Barnabas, after having figured all this out, even spoke up for you in the matter. He is a decent person, and I would not want to see him harmed. He is one of my best agents and one of the people I can really trust in Waterdeep. And your past actions all speak highly of what was done. So we will look over this time, but I don't want to hear of this new group I understand you're in charge of again. Whatever trouble you get into with any other factions, Antarum, Xanathar's guild, that is you, but I don't want to hear about it. Do not wish word to reach me again, as we will follow the laws of Waterdeep if I do.
Okay.
Thank you, Lord Silverhand.
Now then, celebrate everything that's happened. The Masked Lords of Waterdeep think it would be a boost of morale to have a parade and a celebration. You are most welcome to join in. You can even ride on a float if you like.
I think I am good with not being on a float.
That's a
Yeah.
little too much publicity for me, but thank you.
And
Agreed.
again, thank you for everything that you have done. We do appreciate it, but we also need you to understand our position in Waterdeep as well.
Of course.
Instead of the float ride, your Majesty, can we just perhaps have like a large dinner, because we have not eaten in what I can assume is months.
You know what? I've done the official business. You can dine with me tonight.
Oh,
That's very kind of you.
Ooh,
we are honored.
that's exciting.
But then, did we already hand over the pennant that was, I think, given to
Yes,
us
she was
by...
holding it in her hand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And Rox, remember the super-powered flashlight you had picked up?
I do now.
Yeah. Well, on the journey back, that had changed. It
Oh.
still
Uh-oh.
functions as sort of a super-powered flashlight. However, it has little like arms that came out of it and bend at right angles, and it's like you can switch these around, and there's little tiny balls at the end, and like you can switch them around and click them into place. And there's 3 of these around the central light thing.
Interesting. You would definitely be doing lots of sketches with it, and maybe leave it to Tinker later when he has some alone time.
All right. And so, at night, while the parade is going on, Laurel Silverhand has decided not to take place in festivities, and instead dine with you all, and you have a massive dinner in front of you. Just about anything you want to eat can be ordered. There are fruits, vegetables, meats, whatever you like, even dog treats. A little extra bundle for the horse.
Aw.
Oh. Hmm.
And is there anything you want to do at this dinner? Otherwise, we will proceed on.
So it's
Just enjoy the company.
All right.
Yeah.
So, you have a great dinner. There's wine if you want it, or any other drink.
God's yes.
Yes.
And you've all head back, and you've had some downtime in between there. And now. So, like, you had a dinner, and week progressed, and now it's now. So, who wants to go first over what they did during their downtime activities?
I suppose Sarissa would have taken some time to, one, put all of the bits that she got from the dragon into a jar of preservative to be used at some point later. And then she probably would have spent quite a lot of time meditating with her dagger, seeing what more it can do, what more it can tell her.
All right. Roll me an Arcana check.
Ooh, that is a 24.
24. All right. So, you know of the properties of functions as a dagger. You know that if placed in a creature of shadow, it sort of pulls out a little bit of them and damages
Yeah.
them. And you get a you have the what? I'm sorry. Remind me of your background again. I believe this is.
Background itself is haunted.
Yes. Okay, good. You find if you concentrate for a minute, the voices you sometimes hear that are a little overwhelming and hard to discern, you can focus in on one or two to hear a message properly.
Huh. Okay.
Instead of this cacophony of noise and maybe you get something or a large thing, you can just go, I want to hear that one.
Okay. Okay.
All right, who's next?
I can go next.
All right.
So Molly returns to the warehouse where the wererets were
Mm-hmm.
and checks in on basically, are they still there? Are they organized? Are they willing to follow this new group?
When you get to the warehouse, it is
Mhm.
essentially locked down due to the massive explosions that happened
Mm-hmm.
there, and it's being repaired by the proper guild within Waterdeep to repair the buildings because there's some structural damage and
Mm.
needed. However, give me let's make it an insight check.
Okay. That's another natural 20 for a total of 27.
Excellent. You've been in Waterdeep long enough. You know that even when a place is abandoned by a group, they've probably left some sort of message for you.
Mm.
And it takes you a minute as you had just formed the group and hadn't really gotten any specific symbols down as to where messages would be left and what to look for.
Mhm.
But you easily figure it out, and you find a address. You find a note with an address on it.
Is it within the city limits or outside?
It is still within the dock ward.
Okay.
We are now.
I will head over there and do like a preliminary scout before I just, knock on the door
Yep.
and make sure.
There are some windows broken. They are a couple stories up, so maybe kids came by and threw rocks at them, and
Okay.
not rocks of boulder, but actual
Yeah,
rocks
right.
they found on the ground. And so you can hear some activity inside.
I will approach the door and try to like ease my way in. I guess I suppose I'll check it for traps before I go in. It is shady underground after all.
Yep, do the thing. Investigation.
All right. Okay. 17 plus 8, 25.
Oh, yeah. So your group is doing their job and had trapped the door and not having given you any knock to get in. You can disarm this and get in if you wish.
I will do that. Like,
all right.
it's one check mark in their favor. Good. Yes. Out of perimeters. Good job. Good job. And then try to like track down the sounds of where they're kind of hiding out
Right.
and figure out the group.
You enter and someone almost fires a crossbow at you, but they go, oh, the boss! And then suddenly you hear, the boss, the boss, the boss, the boss, the boss, the boss! And,
Yeah. I got your note.
and so one of them comes up to you and seems to be, has organized the people, the were-rats and everything in your favor so far.
Oh,
Like,
good.
hey, hi, you're back. Good.
Mhm. Yes.
So we
Yes.
could have knocked first, but we'll remake the trap. That's okay.
If I'd have knocked first, you might have run.
Well, and he points up, and there's a. He's sleeping right now, but there is someone that could have peered out of the window.
Okay. Well, you lose a half point on the surveillance. Wow. I am glad to see so many of you here. A bit sloppy on cleaning up, I have to say, since the body was discovered. So, note for the future: cover your tracks.
Okay. Do we need to write this down? I have a
Do you
clipboard.
need to write this down? I think it would be best.
All right. Hey, hand over the clipboard. No, I gotta look like I'm in charge. Hand me the clipboard. All right. And he gets a clipboard and he flips a few pages and scribbles a note.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Anything else?
Well, I'm going to try to make us some legitimate business contacts, and we need to lay low for a bit because Waterdeep is watching us. So if you do as I say, we can make a profit. If you want to make a profit, stay with me. If you don't, you are free to go.
They're all like, yeah, pretty much you get the sense that what they've been doing is kind of all they know how to do, so they're going to stick
Yeah.
around. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Kind of the basic gist is like in my downtime, Molly wants to try to get a hold of Martino
Okay.
to see if we can arrange for some of my people to become security for his merchandise as it goes up and down that road
Oh,
that we
okay.
cleared out.
Great. Yes.
And also just to quietly recruit other people that she knows that are in sort of the same business but are not in the Zentarum
Okay.
to get them into the Path of Shadow.
Okay. Give me a persuasion check.
Okay. Ooh, that's not great. Come on, dice. Okay. 19 minus 1, 18.
18. All right.
Yeah.
You succeed. You don't run into
Whew.
any problems. You happen to find the right words to convince a few other people to join up.
Mhm.
And you successfully navigate the underworld of Waterdeep for the time being.
Awesome.
All right. Anything else?
I think if possible, we'll try to make that facility a little more secure, but also a fallback point under Molly's old room in the warehouse. There's like a root cellar that nobody knows about.
Mm-hmm.
So she'll kind of designate that as a space in case of emergencies and the secret entrance to that space from the outside.
Okay.
So it's
Let's
like it's
see.
just kind of like lining people up. If this place is raided, go here. Be quiet. Don't get caught.
Roll me another persuasion check.
Okay. It's a really nice place. This is not gonna go well. Oh, okay. 9 minus 1 is 8.
8. You get the sense that they understand what you said, but you're hoping they follow the directions to the safety of the root cellar, if
Mhm.
need be, but it may not have clicked with everyone.
Well, fair enough. So work in progress. Baby steps
Baby
in building
steps.
a thief empire. It's fine. But yeah, I think she will spend most of her time there just kind of slipping in and out of our big house in the merchant district and then
Okay.
yeah, do that.
All right. Who wants to go next? Rocks or Kane?
I can jump in.
All right.
I think you said we had a week of downtime.
Yeah, you have a couple weeks.
Oh, a couple weeks.
Yep.
Okay. So I guess another question: did we get any like type of payment for that, or was that just kind of we went off on our own?
You did go off on your own. However, as a subgroup of the Royal Order of Magus and Protectors, you do get a regular salary provided.
Okay, perfect. Sorry. How much was that?
Some of it is a bonus when you complete a sort of an official task, but otherwise you're getting about 20 gold a month.
Ooh, okay. All right. Well, I think Rox already has some money, so I think the first day he would probably spend just touring around, eating all of the foods, checking out if there's any new places sprouted up. Maybe looking out over the field where that army was to see if anything happened out there, if it was a battle or if they just just dropped over and stopped
You see
living.
people with shovels and spells being cast in trenches to put earth back and fill in these trenches.
Seems like the rats may have actually done some good out there. Uh, and then he's gonna go to a local like armorer or maybe just a tailor and have them make him a suit that's like all gray with
Mhm.
like purple like on the inside, and then like a gray mask as well. And then he is going to try and figure out this what's going on with this flashlight.
Okay. Do you cast Identify or anything, or do you just want to kind of figure it out?
Oh, yeah, I think maybe identify, and then if there's tinkering that needs to be done, you do that as well.
Okay. So roll. Then, if you're doing both, roll an Arcana check.
That's a 12 on the Arcana.
12 on the Arcana. Okay. Good enough with the Identify. So you have essentially a beam of sunlight that'll affect anything vulnerable to sunlight. Creatures of shadow, all that vulnerable to it. You get 3 blasts of it per day. It does 2d12 to them. Otherwise, it does 2d8 points of damage.
Things that aren't vulnerable to like daylight.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Okay, and then I think if there's any remaining time, Rox would he's gonna set out on the city of Waterdeep as a vigilante and go fight underground crime as the landslide.
Are you fighting me? Did you just become my my nemesis?
He would probably track Molly or try to track Molly for a little bit to see like who she
Oh
led
my
them to.
god.
All right.
Okay. So, first, make a persuasion check to see how well you kind of talk your way out of situations and things like that.
Probably not gonna be great. Oh, what? It looks like an 18, but it's a 5.
So, your first few nights out in this, guys, do not go well. You are in more scrapes than you cared to. You can't talk your way out, but you live through, and you think you got attention of some of the Zentarum. That the name Landslide might be leaking through their organization
Perfect.
at this point. And now, if you're trying to track down Molly after not seeing her for a while, I need you both to have a roll off.
Woohoo!
So,
Yay!
Molly rolled deception.
Okay.
Rox, roll investigation.
Deception. Okay.
Movement's
Whoops.
pretty good.
That rolled right off the table. Sorry. Okay. Mine's a total of 15.
22.
22.
Wow.
Wow.
Landside sees everything. Covers every bit.
Rox, you knowing the name of the organization that Molly has formed already, you easily track down and you know where the new warehouse is.
Perfect. I've got nothing else for Rex.
Okay. And Kane.
Uh-oh. Everyone else had such exciting answers that resulted in so many cool things, but Kane is less exciting. So Kane would have devoted their time to attempting to map out everything they remember from the Shadowfell and trying to correlate it to the maps of the material plane as they know it.
Okay. Roll
And
insight
a lot
check.
of time. An insight check.
Mhm.
Insight check. Whew.
This is sort of recall, and can you combine the knowledge of both things that went on? And
I got a 19.
all right, excellent. So you make quite a bit of progress of doing what you know probably is shifting, but it's you have some idea should you go back in the Shadowfell, at least the locations you traveled to, you can
Mhm.
have some idea of where to go, though they might change, but it's better than not knowing at all.
Yes.
And you also have
And-
more of a map that might be valuable to someone too.
Yeah. And the only other thing that they would do would be to just try to listen to rumors of what are people saying about the inspectors right now and how far is that word traveling, because Kane kind of needs to keep an eye on how far their name goes in places.
All right. Let's do a perception.
Oh boy.
And perception and investigation.
Perception and investigation. Okie dokie. Perception was 7. Kane doesn't know anything. Kane got a 6 and a 7. So
All right. So you hear about this awesome cabbage stand that Rox might be interested in that just popped up?
Okay. Kane will pass along that information.
I mean, the ways they prepare cabbage, like cabbage on a stick, deep fried cabbage, cabbage with ice cream, which might be disgusting, but for some reason it's selling well. Cabbage Florentine, but it's sort of just fried in a thing and kind of gross and disgusting. But nonetheless, they call it cabbage Florentine.
My cabbages.
Okay. But that's really all that Kane would really do with their downtime, other than like meditation and hanging around in the house cooking.
All right. And Rox, in your disguise as Landslide, where do you go to change out of this?
Great question. I think
I mean, do you want to be noticed? Do you...
he definitely does not want to be noticed.
There's not really a telephone booth to sneak into, but...
So he's kind of small, so I think he would do minor illusion of like he would always like duck into an alley, do minor illusion of like a box, and just like change inside of that.
Excellent. All right. Roll a perception check, and I'll make a roll with advantage.
That's a 23.
All right, you handily beat my 18. So, yeah, you successfully don't think anyone sees you or can pierce through your illusion as you change inside the rocks box. So,
Well, yeah, if he's gotten into a few scrapes, I mean, I guess he can heal himself, but he would be trying to hide it from other people to, I guess, keep them safe. Or
all
maybe
right.
he's just having fun. It's like a midlife crisis. I don't know.
So you also know the name Landslide is out there, but since your first few scrapes didn't go so well, there's not a ton of worry around the name Landslide, really. It's just known at this point that there's someone trying to, vigilante up or be a masked hero of some kind.
Hey, when they underestimate you, that's when you can hit them the hardest.
So, if that's everything, you will all gather back at the manor that you have been living in these past few months. And S3 is there, her button eyes still staring at you, her faded painted mouth, betraying no other emotion, eating cereal.
I was about to ask whether or not she had come back with us and or was back to her normal looking like a doll instead of looking like, well, what she did in the Shadowfell.
She is back to normal and doesn't look like the weird, horrific thing she did in the Shadowfell.
Wait, that means she can't talk anymore. Aw, boo.
Molly still hates it.
So does Kane.
Just like it's actually to the
Sarissa has
point where I've
basically
started like
adopted it.
shoving the dining room table she sits at further and further away from the pathway to the kitchen so that she doesn't have to get close. Just like subtly every day, just like a tiny bit, just like moving her further and further.
This is the main dining room table that everyone eats at every day. So this is big dining table in this area. And so you're shoveling it closer to the library.
Yep.
And away from the kitchen. Just a little, like, not even a half inch at a time.
Yeah.
So, but you do put her seat closer to the stairs when you walk down to see her because, there's only those one set of stairs leading up to your rooms. And when you come back down, now she was over here, but now you're pushing her closer to being just waking up, coming down, and there's S3.
Yep.
Yep.
I want to know where danger is at all times.
But she's further from the kitchen, so
yeah. Just where Kane goes to hang out, and Molly will just kind of help cook.
Kane does not throw flour at you.
Thank you.
And
Sarissa, however, will sit next to S3, grab a piece of cereal, and lob it at Molly. Just for the heck of it.
Oh no. Oh no.
Sure, make a attack roll.
No.
I knew this was going to result in chaos.
I got a 7. It's fine.
So, Molly, you see a piece of cereal kind of go over your shoulder and it land in front of you.
I will pick it back up and just like take a really tiny dagger that I have and just launch both of them back and try to like dartboard it into the wall on the other side. I'm not aiming at Sarissa, just like behind her into the wall.
Yep, making
a Cheerio to the wall.
Right, make an attack roll to see if you can pin a Cheerio to the wall.
Okay, this is worth it. This is just a regular dagger. Where's my regular dagger?
Yep.
Not my fancy one.
Kane casts Bless on Molly.
Nice. Okay, so 1d4. It's a 15 plus 6, 21, so 23.
All right, so perfect shot. Somehow the very point of the Cheerio, like, it centers right, of the dagger goes right through the little hole in the Cheerio and keeps it up there. Just...
It's like, and even though Sarissa did it, I look at the doll, like, just go into the kitchen.
Anyways, I'm making pasta from scratch for tonight.
From scratch.
From scratch.
Vera, are you all right?
Kane?
I came. Same thing.
Sure. Yes, I'm great. Everything's great. I told Rox about the cool new cabbage place that like deep fries cabbage and then makes cabbage, I don't know, foods. So that was fun and everything went great, and I'm totally not worried about anything at all. Anyways, pasta from scratch. I think I'm going to include lavender and basil in the pasta dough, and then we're going to see how that goes.
That sounds delicious.
Yes, I just have to, stay focused this time, because last time my brain kind of started wandering, and then, I overworked the pasta dough, and it's no good when you overwork it. It's not good.
Okay, so
But I can do this.
let's make up a cooking check. So,
Hey.
Yes. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
roll a d20.
Okay.
You're proficient because you've been cooking.
Okay.
So add your normal proficiency bonus.
What is my proficiency bonus at level 7?
3.
It's 3. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Also, I'm helping. Molly's helping.
And you have advantage as Molly's helping.
I'm sous chefing.
Okay. So a 19 plus 3 is 22.
Yeah, you think this is gonna be delicious. You know you did everything
Yay!
right.
Nice.
Oh, for once, this might actually work.
And you might consider bringing in Molly more often on these things too. So.
Honestly, yes. You should help me cook more. This is going much smoother with somebody to, actually keep me on task.
I'm very good with knives. And I just like have the chef say stuff like chopping stuff very quickly.
You really are. Look at this. All of these noodles are the exact same width and size and length. You're doing fantastic.
Thank you.
We're gonna wind up opening a bakery, I swear.
Do you think I could? I mean, I like making pastry.
You absolutely could.
I sometimes scream at the pastry while I'm making it, but it's a little entertaining, honestly. And also, if it's kind of fun to like scream the ingredients that you're putting into the bowl when you're putting it into the bowl. So it's like, here's the cinnamon in. I did not put that in the pasta. I just faked you out. I knew you would worry about that, though.
I don't know. It could have been good.
I don't think that would work with basil. Now I want to try it, though. Maybe I'll deep fry a basil leaf and then cover it in cinnamon, like a little bit of cinnamon and a little bit of sugar, and we can see how that goes. We're going to try that later.
Okay. Outside of the game, Crystal thinks that sounds great.
Outside of the game, Vera is now tempted to go raid their dad's basil bush.
Do it! Tell me how it is!
I'm going to do it. It's going to happen now.
Quietly under her breath, Molly mutters, "You should never yell at souffles. They deflate." And just like returns to doing whatever she's working on at the moment.
Kane just looks at Molly in horror and goes, "Are you telling me that there is a pastry that has anxiety?"
That's a mood.
They are delicate. Like some people. And just return to work.
That feels a little targeted, but you're not wrong. Anyway, yes.
Rox, what have you been doing back at the mansion?
Back at the mansion, I think he's back to making his own beer and chips. That's kind of like taking a little bit of a side burner though, as he probably has like this big map with like yellow or like red yarn going to like different parts of like Waterdeep,
Oh, no.
as he's like fully involved into the landslide.
So with the map in the yard, what are you marking exactly?
I mean, I guess if he has any inkling of like where some Zentarum like hangouts are,
Okay.
he's probably doing that.
All right. Yeah. You've been able to identify at least 4 Zentarum hangouts. You've spent time on this. You can find some.
And yeah, he might. I think he's gonna try to. Next time Molly sneaks out, he's gonna try to like have a meeting of Landslide and Molly. But yeah, I think he would like. He's also looking at like whatever food places, food carts or whatever are nearby the Zentarum hangouts. He's probably spending a lot of time there.
Mhm.
Okay. Do that. There's one particularly interesting spot that has cotton candy seller in front of it.
Great. He's going to be hopped up on sugar now.
Oh, he's going all in on that. Yeah.
Yep.
So make a insight check, and let's just see how good you do at scoping out the situation and measuring everything in your mind and putting things together where things
not
might
great.
be within the hideout.
That's an 8.
That's an 8. Well, you know where it is. You haven't been able to really keep track of movement coming in and out or noticed any other side entrances or anything, but you know the main entrance. You can see all the windows, and you know that's next to the cotton candy seller.
Yeah, it's hard to stay focused when you're hopped up on sugar.
Yeah.
But if Kane was serious about the pastry shop, he would volunteer to just give them water every day for the like bread making or whatnot.
Kane is now very seriously considering this.
So
it's the freshest water.
Just for the like actual recording of this, Sarissa's family actually owned a bakery in Sigil, and this is kind of the closest she's felt to home since she had to leave. So she's very, very happy about this.
Kane will hug Sarissa well covered in flour.
But she tells us this, or just tells Kane?
Yeah.
She'll tell you.
Kane will group hug them both and Rox if Rox is home while covered in flour. Or it might be powdered sugar. You're not really sure.
Either way.
Oh, after having all the cotton candy, Rox knows.
He knows things.
So, you spend quite a productive thing, a few days as you get together a possible other side business. You've been in Waterdeep long enough knowing you need guild permissions to build things and how to get your supplies through other guilds and everything. So you'll probably need Benny to help you out with some of that at some point if you wish to actually pursue this, as he'll be able to do all the legal paperwork and connect you to the proper guild, so you don't try to get shut down before you open.
Smart.
I think it's a wonderful idea.
And after a day or two, on the dining room table that's now closer to the library and farther from the kitchen, there are 3 files. It's your job board on the table suddenly.
Oh, right. We have a job.
Or, well, 3 possible jobs.
Are they?
Sarissa will sit down and take a look.
All right. One is titled Death's Deplorable Dimensions. And this seems to be a request from Death to investigate another dimension. The other one is a more serious matter and would actually be a serious episode is what I'm getting at, is helping Lucien with his mother and trying to get information from her, though she suffers from dementia.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
And the other one involves possibly a ghost ship.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to do
Bothering
any
people?
of these. What's that?
Like, are the details? We had like a little bit of details. Is it like
Right.
harassing a town or?
It's not harassing a town, but it's being seen more often now.
Hmm.
And both some of the larger ships are having trouble navigating the water when it appears around them.
Oh.
And,
Ghost pirates.
suffering
Mhm.
some damage and coming back out. And there's reports of wailing and other noises. And then sometimes there's nothing at all, just the ship.
Well, okay. Sometimes just silence. Hmm.
So Sarissa, just as herself, she's definitely interested in both the ghost ship because ghosts, and she's also interested in working with Death more. So
I feel like we should help Lucien out, though.
true.
Like, maybe prioritize that a little bit because Lucien does a lot for us.
Yeah, this is true.
What do you think, Molly?
I would agree. Lucien has been our benefactor for a long time. We live in his manor. He has suffered our shenanigans for an extended amount of time and needs assistance. So we should help.
Could always come
Agreed.
back to the other 2.
That is true. Yeah.
All right.
What is a week or 2 to death?
Yeah,
Pretty
death
much.
can wait.
Probably like a blink.
Preferably.
So, looking more into this file, you need to head to the retirement facility where Lucien will meet up with you and his mother. So grab any supplies you think you might need. And there's not really many details beyond that. Seems like he doesn't want to hesitant to write down what's involved.
Is it possible to go down to the storeroom and look for any magical items that would help with the recording or retrieval of memories? Anything like, especially like if she says something but forgets it, we can like store it or help encourage it, anything like that?
Yes, there is a piece of paper.
Hmm.
And the card says that indicates to you it will sort of infinite scroll, but anything you need to record, concentrate on it, and it will appear on this piece of paper in words.
Okay. So basically, it records everything it hears, but then it can be focused to permanently record something.
Yes, you you basically have to concentrate on it for words to appear on the paper. Concentrate
Okay.
on what you're seeing and then on the object itself.
Mhm.
And just kind of have that memory going of what's going on, and it will appear on the paper.
Is there anything that lets us go into the mind of someone else?
There are things here that might make that easier.
Mhm.
So you can, there's, little couple of crowns that will sort of let you shift planes, dimensions that might work in your favor. They just
Hmm.
make the trip less potentially painful or harmful.
All right.
Yeah, Rox will grab one of those or several of those if there are multiples.
All right, there's 2.
Interesting.
And
Sign them up.
they will help you sort of maintain focus, and so you know where you are. You sort of will always remember that you are in this place, and you won't necessarily get lost in it.
Gotcha. Fun.
Anything else you guys can think of that we might need?
There any items that can like temporarily meta talking here, but boost your intelligence or boost a target's intelligence for a little while?
Yeah, there's potions that will do that. So
Kane would like to sign one of them out.
okay, and it will give you a essentially mechanically it'll give you a for about an hour it'll give you a +2 to any checks that involve intelligence.
Nice. Okay.
All right, anything else?
Not
for
that I
me.
can think of. Mm-mm.
All right, so how do you wish to travel to the happy home of retired adventurers?
Oh, Retired Adventures. How far is it?
It's it's a few blocks away.
Oh,
Same word. You can walk over there.
Walk.
So you walk over there, and there's a stone wall, not too high, but 5 feet up or so, and there's an iron gate that's currently open for visitors. And as you walk in, this place was designed for a long walking path up to the main building. There's a garden. There's people wandering around. There's a couple elves that are probably, who knows, 700 thousands of years old, trying their sword skills and still practicing.
Wow.
That one's pretty good. Like, look at that flourish. Do you think they'd teach me?
You could ask after.
I might have to, because like I just picked this up by teaching myself.
That is very impressive. Could we, while we were going to the facility, have like stopped to just pick up like a little thing of flowers?
Yeah, easy
Yeah.
enough.
Just look at rocks, be like, "Mothers like flowers," and just carry this bouquet.
And there's over to the side there, kind of in the distance, you can tell there's about 4 people in combat wheelchairs, and they're doing races.
Hmm.
They're some of them they're all elderly, but they have long hair, and so sometimes that's flowing back from them while they're going around, and long beards that go this way and that way as they try to outdo each other.
This place is much more active than I anticipated, but it also makes sense if they are all retired adventurers.
Very cool.
Guess keep an eye out for Lucien then.
Yes,
Sorry,
I
or
think.
go to the reception.
Yeah, you proceed in the reception. As you go up, there's two old gentlemen sitting on a bench, just holding hands, looking at each other, and they see you walk by, and one says to the other, "Guess they're letting anyone in here these days." And
Do not know how that is relevant. Just keep walking.
the other one says, "You don't have to shout. You think your hearing aid's off."
Nice.
Can we live here?
You
When we
can always
retire,
ask.
probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I might actually be older than some of these adventurers. Are there any humans around? What's
Yeah, there's humans, there's dwarves, there's elves, there's tieflings, but all of them are definitely considered elderly for whatever their ancestry happens to be.
Nice.
And as you approach the building, you even see a couple of them scaling the outside walls.
Like climbing or like with ropes?
No
like
ropes.
I do with spider boots?
They're just trying to climb the walls. One kind of stops and hangs on every now and then, grabs their hip, and then continues back up and keeps going.
Huh.
Someone should probably get an orderly for that.
are they? Go ahead.
Probably yes, but also look at how awesome they are.
And as you're looking at them and your gaze files up towards the roof, you notice there's someone at top with a checkered flag, and they're going, "Come on, you can do it!"
What is this place?
The coolest place
Oh
Your
ever.
my
hip isn't that
God.
bad. Come on.
I'm grabbing a brochure.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the kind of place we would find my grandmother. Oh Lord.
Right.
Not what I was expecting.
Your glass eye falling out hasn't stopped you before. Keep going.
Keep going. Keep an eye out. Well, not that eye. It's on the ground probably.
Well, it is out.
Yeah, it's true.
They kept that eye out.
Wow.
Oh yeah, they're
But
still
people
going up.
seem happy. Like people are not miserable or moping about. They're just going about their crazy day, doing whatever it is, racing and climbing and fighting.
Eventually, you make it into the building itself, the reception areas, and you can guess that this carpeting extends out. It's a nice, pleasant red all the way through. The walls are nice and white. There is some art here and there. It's all sort of pleasant and to look at, comfortable feeling. The air is crisp, a small scent of vanilla going through.
Just go up.
And there's a
It's
gnome
like-
at the reception desk.
Ah,
Hey guys, what's Lucian's last name again?
oh, that has been a while. Oh, I
Lucian?
know that we know. Oh. No. Can I do like an incheck to remember?
Forthright.
Forthright?
Forthright.
Yes,
Lucien
Sarissa, where
Forthright.
would we be without you, other than doomed?
you work for Lucien Tensdale-Forthright.
Tinsdale is what I was thinking.
There it is.
Forthright. Okay.
The
Yeah.
Tensdale-Forthright being a very wealthy family within Waterdeep.
See if the
But there
person
is
at the desk can direct
there's
us.
a gnome. He is not too old, as his beard is long, but it's still black and brown. And he looks up at you and says, "Ah, visitors! Who are you here to see?"
The Lady Tinsdale Forthright. We brought flowers. And it's just kind of like gesture.
And he
Oh, bless you.
sorry, hay
Pull them,
fever
pull them
time.
back. Oh,
Thank you. So, and he kind of, his eyes are watering a little bit now, and as he's trying to flip through the book to find what you're looking for. And, like, okay, all right. So, go up the steps, or take the lift, and go down the hall to your right, and it's room, oh man, and he tries to get some of the watering out of his eye, and so you can see it. 5C.
5C.
Even though it's on the second floor. I don't know why it was named numbered that. I
We
just
will
work here.
Insight check.
Insight check. Go for it.
Can I prestidigitation the pollen out of his eyes?
Yeah, you can. He's thankful.
That's a 15. How does this guy not know who Lady Tinsdale-Forthright is?
Well, he knows that, but not knowing why 5C is 5C, he knows why.
Why, of all the things to lie about, why would you choose?
Oh my lords.
Your enemy is wily.
This is a place of old, retired heroes. There could be all types of bad guys still here. Hiding in plain sight. And he'll, like, point like this at the gnome, but, like, obviously, like...
Sarissa's going to walk upstairs.
Kate's gonna follow Sarissa.
Okay, you go upstairs,
What?
leaving the 5C mystery.
Unsolved.
So you go up the stairs and you find your way to 5C. Again, the scent of vanilla kind of trickling through everywhere you go. And
That's nice.
you see the doors, and eventually you go down the hallway and they get to 2, and then they go to 5, and then then they go to 5, and you go 5A, B, C, and you find 5C.
Odd.
I wonder if their filing system is like not on like the actual number of the rooms, but on something to do with the people that live in each room, like something personal, maybe.
Likely.
Like maybe 5 is an important number to her, and then for some reason C is an important letter. What's her first name? Is it Clarissa?
Does she explain everything? It all? Yes, I'm aware how dated that reference is. I'm old.
As it's his mom, Lucien just simply didn't put her name in the book, just in the case file, just referred to the person as mom.
Oh. Just mom. Okay. Yeah.
How did they get this whole place to smell like vanilla?
It's to cover up the scent of medicine.
Well, 5C it is. Knock, knock,
Yeah.
knock.
You hear the familiar voice of Lucien. Come in.
I will open the door and then
Very
gesture
well.
for like Kane and Sarissa to go in first.
Thank you, Molly.
Hello.
Ah, you came. We weren't sure if it was pudding time or other guests, but delightful. You found the case file. Excellent. It is almost pudding time, by the way, so if you want some pudding, I got to call down the steps.
Pudding.
It is a tempting offer. Just kind of look at Rox, just waiting. Just gauge his reaction. Are we a pudding fan? Are we not?
Who doesn't
Rox
like
will
pudding?
politely decline. He doesn't love the smell of vanilla. So like if it's floating in the air, everything kind of tastes like vanilla.
Meanwhile, Vera does not like pudding.
Get her! Get that.
What?
Let's see here. Today I learned.
I've never tried a single pudding that I've liked.
3 out of 4 adventurers do not prefer pudding.
Actually, I think it's 3 out of 4 do.
No,
I'm the odd one out.
Kane or Rox doesn't want it because everything smells like vanilla. You don't like it at all, and Molly doesn't care for pudding.
Oh. I feel like we're all betraying Crystal a little bit here.
Butterscotch pudding is the best.
My mother would agree with you so hard.
Yes.
Just one pudding then.
So Lucien is in his combat wheelchair, and his mother is also in a wheelchair, and she is finishing up dinner. And she, side note to everyone, we are getting into topic of dementia, people living with that. This is based on real life experience that I did. So content warning, if this bothers you at all, please. We'll be doing part of this next week as well. So yeah, do what you have to do. Just to let you know, we're getting into it a little bit. Thank you all. We'll continue on. So, and she has a fork of food that's on the plate, and she looks over to Lucien. Where did I put my fork? I thought I had one. He's like, oh, it's right there, Mom. It's right there. She's like, oh, yeah. Silly me. I got it. Thank you. And she continues eating her food.
So, what exactly are we here to help with, Lucien?
Yes, well, I need something from my mother, and it's a fairly important bit of paperwork that she has locked away. And only she knew the combination. And it's a very special combination. She magically sealed it. And as the only one taking care of my mother, I mean, my other family that will want it, of course, but I'm hoping you can help me get it. And I do want you to go inside her mind. However, this is not without permission, I have to say. He did fill out a will, and if we did need something from her in case something like this happened, there is a provision for family to be able to do what is needed. If there was something she needed, or I don't know if she was particularly keen into that this was going to happen to her or not, but it is documented, and it's all I have, and I don't even know what's in there other than this paper gives us some rights to some land, and some other things of hers we're not sure on because she hid a lot of things around the house. And
How would we be going into her mind?
I have it all set up. There's sort of this ritual we perform. Just takes me a little bit to get it together. And, well, let's wait till after pudding, at least. But it'll at least take that long. Eventually, there's a knock on the door. Come in, and pudding is delivered. And he's like, "Oh, yes, anyone want pudding?" And you all just no. She's like, "Okay." And the attendant walks out. And there's pudding, and Lucien and his mom have their pudding. Are there any questions you want to ask of Lucien about any of this while pudding is happening?
How long does the process last? So once he does the ritual and we are sent in, how long are we in? Do we have a huge timeline or a little timeline?
I think you will have. My best guess is maybe an hour before the mind just sort of rejects you
Okay.
out of it. If this ritual goes according to plan, it's a bit experimental.
Okay.
I have.
Experiment.
Yes. Well, this is not a common thing to do, and my mother actually put most of this together. So we just never completed it or had reason to do it before, or proper permission.
Mm.
Can Rox use detect magic? I guess just to see if there's something magical on Lucian's mother, or if there's something in the immediate area that is obviously not on the party.
You have the normal. Let's see. You have the normal. You pick up the normal magic from Lucien that you're used to seeing from him, but there doesn't seem to be anything else that's plainly seen in the area.
Okay, and like after he's done casting, just looks around to everyone else like, sorry, I had to check.
Can Lucien, just very quietly, I would like to bring him aside because I don't want to upset pudding time, kind of give us a more descriptive layout of this object that he needs unlocked, and also maybe like the whole, if it's in the estate, the Tensdale estate, because if we have to describe it and like walk his mother through it, it'd be helpful to know like a layout or what it's like.
The important part is figuring out what the key is. It is not a standard metal key or lock. It is something we're not sure of exactly.
Okay.
We know there's a lock. We know there's a space to do or put something
Mm.
to unlock it, but that is all we have.
Okay.
To go on.
And what is your mother's name?
Oh, Elsa.
Elsa?
Elsa. Yeah.
Elsa. Tensdale-Forthright. And was she an adventurer prior? Or is that just the name of this place?
Yes to both. She did. She was quite an accomplished bard in her time.
Oh.
A bard. That's pretty cool.
It's very cool.
Yeah, and she was the only one of the family that actually liked me too. So.
Oh.
You had mentioned that before.
Well, that's okay. We're your new family now.
I am grateful.
Question: do any of us have an instrument in our stuff? I do not.
I do.
Ooh.
I have
Nice.
a flute.
Nice.
Oh. Kane pulls out a flute.
Sarissa can sing.
Those could both be helpful.
Sarissa is an instrument.
No, well, I mean,
Aw.
the two of you with DDs kind of both are. But no, I did. Yeah, flute might be helpful if we can relate. Oh, by the way, we're all healed up, right? I'm just
Yeah,
gonna take care of
I
that right
mean,
now.
it's been weeks.
Okay.
You've had plenty of
Yeah.
time for long rests. So.
Yeah. The 12 hit points was just not gonna cut it.
Yeah. You have all your spells. You have all your things. You have the items you took from the warehouse. So.
Okay. All right. So make sure we have flute. We know her name. We kind of know what we want. I have the paper that remembers stuff. Rox has crowns. Kane has potion.
Yep.
I do, yes.
So put these together. After pudding is done,
Mm.
ritual is performed.
Oh
You
boy.
place on the crowns. Or who places on the crowns? There's only two.
It's not gonna help Kane.
I was wondering, you said it helps people remember where they are and who they are, right? Like
If
sort
you
of their
were in a place like the Feywild for a while,
Mhm.
you eventually will forget who you are
Mhm.
and be lost in the Feywild. This would help counteract that.
So it wouldn't, because I wondered if it would be, I didn't know if they linked the two crowns together, but it's two crowns that have the
No.
same effect.
Two crowns, same effect.
Okay.
Is it like intelligence based or wisdom based? Just wondering.
Wisdom.
Yeah, no, it's no use to Kane. Kane's wisdom's already too bad. Just someone else.
Sarissa will take one then.
All right.
Good decision.
So, the ritual is performed. You have this feeling of being pulled in somewhere, and you sort of quickly, as if you were pressing up against a thin sheet of plastic, you go bam,
Mm.
and you're suddenly in a museum.
Oh.
There are numerous paintings around you, a wooden floor, the smell of vanilla gone.
Hmm.
Some of the paintings only have partial pictures or no pictures at all and blank canvases. You see a woman standing looking over there. She is about 5'6", long brown hair, colorful flowing attire,
Hmm.
and she is looking at everything. And she looks over to you and, visitors! Not many people come to this side of the museum often. Well, come on in. And that's where we'll stop for today.
Oh, wow.
Cool.
So, let's go around and do some outros. Let's go in reverse order. So, Vera.
Hi, I'm Vera from Vera Says Dragons. You can find me at Vera Says Dragons just about everywhere on the internet. This is my current only active project. Everything else is a work in progress. So
Work in
find me
progress.
here again next week. However, I do have a GoFundMe going because the government is holding my disability hostage. Send help. Anyways, yeah, this is an awesome game. We're having a good time. Come see us next week. Tell your friends. Tell your family. My mother's still in the chat room. I'm willing to bet.
Hi, Mom.
When's the last time Lattice Ross posted anything?
It's been a while.
Yeah. She said ooh ghost, so she's probably still there.
Rox? Adam, I mean?
Either one works.
Either one.
I am Adam, Adamus Lamus everywhere. The other game doesn't matter right now. So here every Thursday as well. I think later in the month, we're going to have some Pride streams over on Forward. So check that out. I will let you know closer to the date what that entails. And then I think tomorrow I'm going to be streaming some Horizon Zero Dawn. So if you want to watch me struggle through that, I'll come hang out and say hi.
And where would we find you?
At twitch.adamuslamas.
All right, thank you. And the forward you mentioned, where would we find that?
That'll be friends. Sorry, I shorthand everything. Friends who roll dice, and I think we're gonna have 3 charity streams, and we're gonna be part of a charity relay as well. But yeah, this is gonna be the last 2 weeks of the month, so I will have more information later.
Okay, Lori?
Hi, everybody. My name is Lori, aka Calamity Jane. You can find me on Twitter at calamity_JAYN. You can also find me on Gilding Light. We have a Discord, and I'm a moderator there. So come on by, sign up, say hi, or on D&D Beyond, who are our lovely folks who donated the Candlekeep Mysteries. We're on this Discord as well as a moderator, so you can join up there, talk about the game we all love so much, and make sure that you say hi if you do. Otherwise, find me on Twitter.
And Crystal?
Oh, hello, people. My name is Crystal Fear. You can find me at Crystal_Fear on Twitter and at Crystal Fear pretty much everywhere else. If you are interested in Pride things, hi, I am your local pansexual, polyamorous goth chick. Come hang out on my Twitter where I talk about all of the things. Other than that, I am pretty much just here.
All right, thank you. And
Happy Pride.
happy Pride.
Happy Pride.
And I'm DC. I've been your Dungeon Master. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram under DC Lasair. That's DCLASAIR. Let's see here. Tomorrow, I'll be streaming. So go to my channel, and it'll be fun. And I'm doing Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We're in Mass Effect 1, doing side quests. Yeah, main plot, it's all in the side quests. That's where the fun is. So we'll go through those. Yes, I'm a producer for Gilding Light, so most of the shows you see here, I'm behind the scenes, pressing the buttons, making sure everyone is doing what they need to do and on air. So come by to the chat, say hello. You can also find me as well in the Gilding Light Discord, and I'm also a moderator for D&D Beyond, so you can find me there as well. And I moderate a bunch of places on Twitch, so if you see me, say hi. I'll say hi back, and we can talk about D&D, and hats in D&D, and D&D and hats, and peanut butter in your chocolate, and chocolate in your peanut butter.
Peanut butter chocolate.
In that order.
In that order. So, June 26th, announcement, yay! I am running a charity game featuring our friend RoboGoblin.
Yay.
On
Yay.
twitch.tv/TTRPGgifts. It will be a Honey Heist one-shot where everyone's an owlbear.
Nice.
Yes.
And it will be for the benefit of the Trevor Project.
Nice.
So please come hang out. That will be at 1 p.m. Pacific, 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. So mark that on your calendars. I'll be talking about it each week until we get there. So we get a lot of reminders. And thank you all for coming. Before we split, though, Lori does have some channel announcements and scheduling things to go over. Lori.
And for hanging in for all those announcements, we also have our giveaway to do. So hang in to the end with us, and we will get to our giveaway. But first, coming up on Gilding Light on Friday, twitch.tv/SatinePhoenix at 8 p.m. Pacific time, DJ Kenley Shea will be hosting a dance party. Sirens is actually going to be off this week, but DJ Kenley will be there, and you should tune in. She's a wonderful time. That's at 8 p.m. Pacific. And then if you come back on to Gilding Light next Wednesday for episode 3 of Angel in the City of Glass with our DM Fenway Jones, that's at 3 p.m. Pacific. And we have the penultimate episode of Mystery of Melody with DM Margaret Crone at 7 p.m. Pacific. And then after this, of course, please stay tuned for Actoroki with Peter Atkinson. And now we'll do our giveaway. And again, this is for Candlekeep
Yay.
Mysteries. Thank you, D&D Beyond, and thank you all for being here. We will get our winner in just a second.
All right. So, as we're drawing our winner, thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate you coming here each and every week. It's really delightful to run this game and with these players and with all of you. I do watch chat, and if I don't catch chat, I go back and see all your wonderful comments afterwards. So, thank you all very much. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate all the bits that have come in over our season 2. So, thank you very much. And do we have a winner?
We do. Our winner today is Chaotic Platypus.
All right, Chaotic
Yay!
Platypus,
Congrats!
yay!
Yay.
Congratulations. Please have your Twitch Whispers open, and after the stream, I will send you a code. So, please look out for that. And once again, thank you all, everyone, for being here. I deeply appreciate it. I know this is a rough subject, and we can go over why it is for me as well some other time, but I wanted to give the option of what the players wanted to do. So it's also a little bit of therapy for me as well. Not going to lie on that. So thank you all for being here. Again, appreciated. I keep saying that till I run out of breath. We will see you here next week. Be sure to check out all of our shows that Lori mentioned. And have a good night. Please be kind to yourself and be kind to each other. Thank you all for watching. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.